Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON and Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Well, we have a shooting in Estill County that's left one dead. That story is coming up right here on Live at 5, and wintry weather is set to impact the area tonight and into the early morning hours. Meteorologist Susie Martin is in the Weather Center with all the details and, of course, the forecast for the week. But first, in our WBON TV Channel 9 lead story of the day, a Madison Central wrestling coach has been arrested following reports of domestic violence. Richmond police responded to the residence of Chad Fife early Sunday morning after receiving a call from a female victim saying that Fife had a gun. Police say they arrived on scene and found Fife brandishing the firearm in the air. Authorities report that he was visibly under the influence and could only speak incoherently. Upon further questioning, Fife claimed that the victim had got into an argument with him and she had attempted to hit him with a lamp. Police then discovered visible injuries on that victim. At this time, the victim showed officers the bedroom, which was reportedly in disarray, with bloodstains covering the sheets, pillows, and blankets. She stated that during an argument, Fife allegedly held her down to the bed, where she attempted to hit Fife with a lamp in an attempt to escape. Fife allegedly responded by striking her until she had managed to hide in the bathroom until she could escape and call for authorities. While she was in the bathroom, Fife reportedly threatened to kill her on several occasions. Fife was arrested at approximately 3 a.m. Sunday morning and charged with 4th-degree assault, 3rd-degree terroristic threatening, and 1st-degree unlawful imprisonment. Fife is currently lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. Well, the Kentucky State Police Richmond Post is investigating a fatal shooting that occurred at a residence on Richmond Road in Estill County. KSP Post 7 troopers and detectives responded to the residence and found Jeffrey Johnson, 43 years old of Irvin, deceased inside from an apparent gunshot wound. He was pronounced deceased at the scene by the Estill County coroner and taken to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort for an autopsy. The initial investigation indicates Johnson entered the residence armed and was confronted by a male occupant inside. The occupant retrieved a firearm and fatally shot Johnson. No charges have been filed at this time, and of course this is an ongoing story that we will be following here at WBON Channel 9. Well, a man was arrested early Sunday morning following a multi-county pursuit with a stolen Bourbon County deputy's vehicle. Mark Shannon, 51, is charged with 4 counts, including wanton endangerment of a police officer, marijuana, trafficking, and fleeing or evading police. A Paris police officer made a traffic stop on South Main Street shortly after 2 a.m. Sunday. According to the arrest citation, officers could smell marijuana coming from the vehicle upon first contact. Officers discovered a gun and fentanyl while searching the vehicle. According to the citation, an officer became dizzy as a result of the drug and had to be transported by EMS. Shannon was placed in the sheriff's deputy's truck at the time. According to the police, after the EMS cleared the scene, Shannon fled the scene in that sheriff's truck at speeds up to 104 miles per hour. Officers pursued Shannon from Bourbon to Fayette counties. According to the citation, Shannon collided with another officer's vehicle, causing damage to both vehicles and the loss of a tire before continuing on I-64 until the truck was rendered inoperable due to the damage in Franklin County. According to the citation, Shannon resisted arrest as officers attempted to pull him out of the vehicle and place him in handcuffs. Shannon is being held at the Bourbon County Detention Center. Well, according to the London Laurel Rescue Squad, a fisherman has discovered a body near London Dock on Saturday morning. The rescue squad arrived at the London Dock in Laurel County just around 11:30 a.m. after that fisherman called 911. The body was recovered from the water by rescuers using a boat. Several law enforcement agencies, including Kentucky State Police, responded. According to the coroner's report, the deceased has been identified as Angela Satterfield of Corbin. She was 48 years old, and as more becomes available on that story, we'll have it right here on Channel 9. Well, mark your calendars for the Kentucky Chemical Demilitarization Citizens Advisory Commission and Chemical Destruction Community Advisory Board meeting on the 1st of March at 1:30 at the EKU Carl D. Perkins Building, rooms A and B. This event is a good opportunity to learn more about the Bluegrass Chemical Agent Destruction Pilot Plant at the Bluegrass Army Depot. For more information, or if you're interested in attending the meeting, you can call 859-626-8944. Well, according to Lexington police, a mail carrier was robbed at gunpoint today. It happened around 12:20 on Spring Meadows Drive. According to officers, a man dressed all in black with a black ski mask approached from behind and pulled a gun and demanded the mail carrier's mailbox keys. The keys were attached to the mail carrier's bag, so the carrier handed over the bag and the suspect fled. According to police, Lexington police issued a description and set up a perimeter. The mail carrier's bag was discovered, but the keys were missing. The suspect was never found. Anyone with additional information about this case is asked to contact the Lexington Police Department. Anonymous tips can be submitted to the Bluegrass Crime Stoppers, or you can go online through the P3 Tips app, and of course that will be anonymous as well. A car went over a bluff and beside Highway 90 in southern Pulaski County, prompting the dispatch of the rescue personnel. The crash occurred shortly before 6 p.m. on Friday, according to Somerset Pulaski County Rescue Squad officials. Ralph Corinder was driving east on Highway 90. Another car driven by Casey Rose was in a turning lane on Kentucky 90 at Denny Lane. Deputies arrived on the scene to find Rose's car in the Kentucky 90 turning lane. The Corinder's car had gone off the right shoulder of Kentucky 90 and over a cliff. According to authorities, there were 4 people inside Corinder's car. 2 passengers and the driver were taken to the Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital. The Pulaski County Coroner's Office pronounced the 3rd passenger, 66-year-old Charles F. Lovell, dead at the scene. The crash is still being investigated. Well, in Clark County, a new smartphone app will now allow parents to track their children's school bus. By providing parents with live GPS location of their child's school bus, EDU Parent Portal aims to improve school bus safety, efficiency, and communication. It also allows parents to designate a bus stop and receive push notifications when the bus arrives. The app, which is free for parents, guardians, and students, will also send time-sensitive messages, such as when the bus is running late or due to maintenance or bad weather. Accurate school bus locations are sent from the GPS tracking device installed on each bus, allowing not only guardians but also maintenance and transportation officials to track those buses. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got weather, we've got sports, lots more news coming up right here live at 5.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
If you've dreamed of a job where you can help keep your family and community safe while planning for the future, then you need to check out the Fayette County Detention Center.
We're starting out $20 an hour. We have 8 paid holidays, 120 hours of sick time and vacation time a year. When you work a holiday, you actually make double pay. Our retirement is at 25 years. If you start out at 21, you'll be fully retired at 46, 25, fully retired at 50. Fayette County Detention Center is an amazing place to work.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Roll Tribe.
Now is the perfect time to apply for seasonal positions with the Richmond Parks and Recreation Department. Positions include Adventure Falls manager and workers, Paradise Cove managers and workers for the front desk and concessions, and seasonal maintenance. Positions are also available for lifeguarding. To apply for lifeguard positions, email hiring@bluegrasspools.com. For all other positions, visit richmond.ky.us or find Parks and Rec on social media at Richmond KY Parks.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Fairly nice day out there, kind of dreary but warmer. Looks like that is all about to change. We've got meteorologist Susie Martin. She's in the Weather Center with all the details on this big wintry weather that's supposed to move into the area.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. Of course, we are tracking this significant icing event that's looking to impact the region. Much of the Commonwealth will be feeling the impact tonight through tomorrow. So reporting for the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Susie Martin. We have icing potentials here locally of up to about 1/10 of an inch, with snowfall at half an inch or less at this point, a combination of snow and sleet, in fact. And the culprit is this Arctic air mass, which is feeding southward with precipitation and moisture coming up into that air, overriding the frontal boundary, and that's what's placing us under this winter weather situation. We do have winter weather advisories in effect that will be in effect for tonight, this evening, through tomorrow morning, and we do have pretty much a good portion of the Commonwealth under this as we all are looking at impacts from this system. So noting how we do have sleet, rain, freezing rain into tonight. All of this making way for some hazardous travel weather, again, as that Arctic air interacts with this moisture, which really sets us up with this freezing rain potential and sleet as well. So you want to take all the care if you can. If you're going to be traveling in the morning, especially for that morning commute, it's going to be rough. We do have the pink indicating areas of freezing rain, a wintry mix. By the time we head into our Tuesday evening and into Wednesday, much improved. The bulk of that precipitation wraps up. But icing in the area in purple up to 1/4 of an inch. Here locally, I think we're going to be at closer to about 1/10 of an inch, and 1 to 2 inches of sleet and snow to our north versus the south, where we see less amounts expected. So here's what our computer models are indicating. Again, about 1/10 of an inch across the region, and snow/sleet amounts looking minimal, but however the impact will be significant with that ice, especially resulting in slick roadways, especially in untreated surfaces. So take all the precautions, clearing out by Wednesday. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, a missing person is being sought by the Laurel County Sheriff's Office. Samantha McFadden, 21, was last seen Thursday near Willie Cheek Road. McFadden stands 5'8" tall and weighs about 150 pounds. Her eyes are blue and her hair is red. You can contact the Laurel County Sheriff's Office if you have any information about Samantha's whereabouts. Well, you may remember that we brought you the story late last week of the attack of a staff member at the Warren County Juvenile Justice Center. Well, the Kentucky State Police are now looking into the second attack in just 1 week. The second incident occurred Saturday around 6:30, according to the DOJJ's Justice and Public Safety Cabinet. They claim 3 juveniles assaulted a youth worker before barricading themselves in an office with a filing cabinet. The department requested assistance from the KSP and the Warren County Regional Jail's Critical emergency response team. According to them, the situation was resolved without the use of force and no other injuries were reported. The juveniles involved in that incident are 16 years old and have been charged with murder, first-degree robbery, and trafficking. The facility is now in a state of controlled confinement. Criminal charges are likely for those 3 juveniles. 24-year-old Shemaya McDonald of Houston, Texas, was indicted Monday, January 30th, for the alleged attempting of defrauding the Lexington-Fayette Bourbon County government out of nearly $4 million in federal funds. McDonald allegedly conspired with others to engage in a business email compromise scam to impersonate vendors and emails and request wire payments be made to a new bank account opened in the name of Gretson Company, LLC. Officials said that McDonald and her co-conspirators had 3 bank accounts opened under the Gretson Company, LLC, which was established in Texas under a stolen identity. According to the indictment, in August of 2022, the conspirators, impersonating a nonprofit organization that had prior business with the city of Lexington, convinced a city official to wire a total of just under $4 million to the Gretson Company LLC bank account at Troost Bank. The investigation was conducted by the Lexington Police and FBI, and the city of Lexington and Troost Bank were able to recover all those funds that were stolen. McDonald will appear in court Tuesday, February 7th at 10 a.m. and is facing charges of conspiracy to commit money laundering, providing fraudulent statements to a federally insured financial institution, and identity theft. 3 men from Wayne County were arrested after allegedly starting a fire in a grassy field. Deputies were called to Sexton Road on Saturday evening for an out-of-control fire. When deputies arrived, they discovered 3 men attempting to put out a fire. Firefighters were called and were able to extinguish the blaze. The fire started in a burn pit, which was located in a grassy field, according to officials. The grass in that field was about 3 foot tall, according to the officials. The fire was put out. It was about 15 feet from a propane tank belonging to a home on Sexton Road and about 20 feet from a home on Kentucky 200. One home had 2 people inside at the time of the fire, while the other home had 1 person inside. Jeremiah Burnett, Matthew Hall, and Destin Angel were all arrested and charged with wanton endangerment on 3 counts. The 3 men were arrested and transported to the Wayne County Detention Center. With that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Dawson Rule. He is in with sports coming up next.
The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program works to protect our waterways from pollution and to help citizens with stormwater runoff and flooding. Stormwater is the rain and snow that runs off rooftops, roads, sidewalks, and other surfaces that cannot absorb water, which affects water quality. The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program is dedicated to helping its citizens understand what stormwater is and its impacts on our watersheds and waterways. For more info, visit buildrichmondky.com and click on the Stormwater tab.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Sports fans can have it good or bad depending on if their beloved team wins or not. The amount of games around Central Kentucky area this weekend was sure to leave fans either excited or disappointed. So to recap all the great games, here is WBON TV sports anchor Dawson Rule.
Well, in sports, there are highs and lows. While the highs are amazing, the lows are just no fun. As a Bengals fan myself, last night's final play loss in the AFC Championship was a brutal low. But that's just part of being a diehard sports fan like myself. Thankfully, I was blessed to wake up today with the sun out and a chance to bring you all another great sports segment. Let's recap a big week of sports. First off, revenge is a dish best served cold. After a heartbreaking loss on Thursday at the buzzer to rival Bellarmine, EKU got the Knights back Saturday night at home by a score of 73-63. After leading by only 2 points at halftime, EKU was able to slowly but surely pull away. Tay Blanton dropped 22 points and 13 boards for a dominating performance, while his teammate, Leland Walker, scored 20 points himself. Now EKU has 2 big upcoming home games this week, with old rival Jacksonville State arriving on Thursday and Kennesaw State on Saturday evening. Kennesaw is second in the conference, while EKU is behind in third, which sets up a massive game Saturday night at Baptist Health Arena. The Maroon Platoon will need to show out and help lead the Colonels for both games this week. Now for our high school teams on the boys' side first today. Madison Southern got a nice 9-point win on Friday night against Bourbon County. Zach Hudson scored 30-plus points again on the night, while senior Brett Ursuline added in 12 points. Zach Hudson's rebounding was impressive also, adding in 17 of his team's 38 overall boards. That's almost half. As for Madison Central, they went 1-1 this weekend, losing home to Trinity on Friday night by 13, but the next day beating Harlan County by 24. Landon Ray had 12 points in extended minutes, while Eli Steele dropped 10 points. Robbie Todd also had a nice game with 22 points himself, now putting him over 1,000-plus points for his career. Berea won by 32 points on Saturday night against Rose Hill Christian, which is a game I previewed Friday. This is a big morale booster win for the Pirates, who were 7-15 on the year, but can make a late-season push. I'll be keeping updates on this team, who can shoot well and surprise some people. Now, looking at our ladies' basketball games, Model travels to Bergen High School tonight. Bergen's at the bottom of their region standings over in the 12th, with only Garrett County behind them. At 7-12, the Model girls can get a big road win tonight. The girls' team at Model has won 4 straight in this long-time series, and I hope we can add to that and make it 5 tonight. Speaking of girls' basketball, the Southern vs. Berea rivalry game had a crazy ending and came down to the wire Friday night. Berea was down 3 points with 1:45 left, when Maddie King hit a big step-back three-pointer from the corner to tie the ball game. Southern then went down, missed 2 free throws to take the lead, and then Berea followed with another three-pointer by Manny Newman to get the Pirates up by 3 with just over a minute to play. It got crazier though. A few plays later, Hadley French hit a big 3 for Southern to cut their deficit to 1 point with 15 seconds left. Berea was then fouled and hit 2 free throws, and then Southern made a big mental error. Biller Mobley hit a layup with 2 seconds left, but the problem was her team was down 3 points. Time ran out, and Berea won 55-54. This is a huge win for the Lady Pirates, who seem to be playing some solid basketball as of late. That was a quick recap of most of our high school games this weekend. As the week rolls on, we'll have more games to cover. Tonight's also going to be another edition of our Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, where we'll feature some sports that don't get the attention they deserve. Want to know what those are? Tune in tonight and see for yourself on Madison County's best weekly sports show. Thanks for joining me again on this great Monday. I'll see you all tonight at 6 o'clock for more great sports talk.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports report. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back. More news coming up right here live at 5.
WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel, available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance South Exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off Exit 97 in Richmond.
It's the common thread that ties us together, making life better for everyone. At CVNB, that means better banking, better accounts and lending, better experiences, better schools and better communities. Better. It's what ties us together. CVNB. Bank better.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome to WBON Channel 9 Live at 5. The Lexington Police Department is investigating a shooting that occurred on Stanton Way early Sunday morning. Yesterday morning, just before 7 a.m., police responded to the Quality Inn Hotel in the 1900 block of Stanton Way for a report of a shooting. Police say they discovered a male victim with a minor head injury when they arrived. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. According to police, no suspects have been identified in connection with that incident. The investigation is ongoing, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more right here on WBON TV Channel 9. Well, thanks for joining us again today for Live at 5. We'll be right back here tomorrow with more sports, more weather, more everything. But don't forget, tonight is Monday. We've got Michael, Dawson, and Samantha. They're going to be here at 6 p.m. for the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Tonight they're going to have guest Turner Butchery, the EKU basketball point guard. Also on tonight's program, you have the Madison Central swim team and Madison Central bowling team. Again, that's tonight right here on Channel 9 with Michael, Dawson, and Samantha. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a wonderful afternoon. Make sure you are staying weather aware. We'll be right back here tomorrow, live at 5.